So now, I'm gonna ask about a bunch of MMA fighter tattoos, what your opinion is.
Okay.
God, I might get beat up by an MMA fighter for this.
There's an octagon waiting outside.
After years, surprise.
Surprise.
Well, I don't want to say anything too wrong, you know? She could kick my ass.
She'll probably fuck somebody up.
Yeah, I got nothing but good things to say.
Yeah, great.
They look beautiful to me.
Yeah, I always bummed out with her tattoos because she's one of my favorites.
I like the shield. The owl definitely needs some work.
It's obviously covering something up. It's just not extremely well done.
Unless it's a portrait, I think it's horrendous, and the owl's not exactly great, so, yeah.
I'd offer her a back piece.
If she gave me 4 hours with that thing, I could make it look pretty dope.
That's definitely a cover-up of a cover-up
That's a cover-up.
of a cover-up.
Yes, that for sure, the third cover-up.
It's heavy, especially for a woman.
I think it could use another pass to kind of
maybe
even
some
liven it up
opaque.
a little more.
I mean, it's really not the worst cover-up. Like,
Yeah.
it definitely could be worse, but you can also tell that it's a cover-up, which kind of sucks.
Well, she was obviously going for the armor look, which I get it. You know, if you're a fighter, you kind of want like the warrior vibe and like really stand out.
It kind of looks like almost like she had a cover-up on it. I'm not sure if she did. If she didn't, then somebody tattooed it to make it look like a cover-up, but I think she's a mad warrior, like, hell yeah, so that suits her really well.
That's a hammer?
Yeah, it's Thor's hammer right there.
I mean, that doesn't look like a hammer, that looks like soap.
It looks good from far away, at least.
Guy looks like he could crush you. That's solid, you know?
It's gonna lay down the hammer.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, same thing. He just fought the other day in man, his armor's terrible too.
That is like meant to be armor, I think.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah, I think it would have been, it would need more contrast on that one to give more impact on.
He has cool tats. That shit's hard. That Thor's
Yeah,
hammer
fucking
on his
hammer on
front,
his chest.
it's fucking hard.
I think maybe adding more to it. Like,
Yeah.
You know, get some lightning around it.
Like he
some
has
other characters.
part of a shield on his arm.
Right.
Where's the rest of it? You know?
So maybe
Fell
just-
off in war and...
Just add more.
I saw his fight too, and I could not just stop thinking about the Thor's hammer. I was like, that placement, like he has a beautiful physique, and blocking that center point of his body doesn't give justice to how hard he works for his body. And it's a beautiful tattoo, but it bummed me out on such a beautiful man. I'd want to enhance your body, not take away from it.
Simpler design, stronger shading, a little bit more open skin in there, clearer rhythms. That's what's missing there.
Looks like they were all done at a Brazilian tattoo shop.
Yeah, it looks like it's straight out of a sticker book. Yeah, it's not good. Kind of looks 90s-ish, but you know.
It does.
It probably was, I don't know, maybe it was done in the 90s.
You know, it's a dragon.
The flowers. The flower on the bottom is terrible.
I see there's like the blue wave on the side. I think like if there was more blue kind of around the dragon itself, the dragon would pop a little more. That would be my advice.
I don't know, I am really open to tattoos in general. I think it looks rad on her.
She's hard.
She got a cool tat.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely not straight up traditional Japanese. The artist definitely took their creative freedom and just kind of drew this.
I mean, for me, it's a bit 90s. I don't love it. It's like very busy, and like it just kind of looks like things are just placed
random
around.
Yeah.
When you're being seen from an arena, I think your tattoos need to be extra clear and strong, and sometimes simpler than you might get if you were, you know, getting it for other reasons. And one thing about back pieces is you're never going to see that piece yourself.
Like too black.
Blown out a little bit, right?
Probably could have been put somewhere flatter, but I don't think it's terrible.
It's simple, it's clean. I would have personally gone bigger, but...
Steve Butcher knows those people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. He should be doing all their work.
Yeah.
She's Russian. We shouldn't say nothing. Oh, it's very good.
Yeah, that's an amazing tattoo.
That's amazing tattoo.
That is just such a small, good, just well-applied, badass tattoo. She looks like an assassin, and I think she looks cool.
You know, I mean, this is a tattoo that's about wearing a symbol more than trying to adorn the body, you know, where a lot of those the larger work is about adorning the body, where the concern is how does it look good? Does it flow? Does it move with the body? Something like this, that's not really so much a consideration.
That's a water gun, it looks like.
Oh, I hope so, because that'd be cool as hell.
It looks like a little water gun because the way the grip is shaped.
He's nicer than me, so I'm trying to be a little nicer.
Calm it down.
This tattoo fucking sucks. It does, though, really.
What can I say? It's an extremely ordinary tattoo.
I love Daniel Cormier. I don't know what I could say about his tattoos.
Hey, he loves his Pitbull, man. Fuck it.
That's the old school Bulldog shirt, no?
Yeah,
the
right.
Rude Dog shirt or something like that?
I mean, it's a pit bull. It looks cool. You could read it still.
I would like to do a cover up on his tattoos. I don't know if he's interested on that. He have a funny video. He eating donuts.
Oh, he got a tiny tattoo on his giant arm.
I mean, I kind of like, I'm weird. Like, I like when a tattoo is kind of bad, like on a someone who's kind of like bad, you know?
Yeah, it's a strange looking cat dog thing.
Like, you might as well just make it traditional, right?
Yeah.
Like, just throw like a fat outline around it. Don't try to make it realistic. It's way too small.
He probably got that, like, he was like probably trained in an alleyway somewhere, like rubbing barbed wire on his face. Like, some guy did that on him, you know?
Like, if you're gonna get a small tattoo, put it in a small area that it fills. So he should have put that maybe on his wrist or his forearm.
If you're a big dude, don't get a small tattoo. Just make it look big and menacing. That is just like a little popper. Like, that's a popper.
Oh my god, this guy is cute.
I don't know, what are those kiss marks on his chest? Oh, stars.
The stars are pretty weird. I would just cover those up.
Some stars. You guys really like these guys with the stars.
It's just, that's what the basic general public is into.
Robert Twinkletoes Whitaker, what's up?
It's a constellation. It must be the Little Dipper.
Is that what that is?
Maybe.
I think it needs another star, or is that his nipple? His nipple makes the big dipper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that mean face and he's on these little stars, like Rihanna stars that he has on his chest. I bet you that's his wife, his little daughter, and then this one is the one that he had with his side chick.
The stars, the stars on his
It's
chest?
the Southern Cross.
Oh, here?
Yeah, it's like an Australian.
Not bad. It should be his whole arm, though.
Again, like, if that's the beginning of his arm, cool, but I can tell it's gonna look way more tougher once that keeps growing.
There's all these little tattoos on a large area.
We could see, I think he likes it. I think he's like
He loves that.
paying homage to homie.
He loves it.
It's like so dainty. It's like meant, yeah, like it's meant to be like a masculine look, but really it's so feminine because it's just like little tiny lines.
The rose looks like a cover-up, a terrible cover-up.
Yeah, the rose on the arm is like very dark.
It looks
it
kind
could
of
be
dark.
good.
I think the inside might be a cover-up.
You know, when you're that muscular, you should get tattoos that really fit your muscles.
Yeah, it just looks like mediocre tattoos, you know?
Yeah. It doesn't look bad.
The rose is far too far round. It's on the underside of the arm, so you're never going to see it unless you're in that position.
I'm frightened by all these pictures.
I like the Maori.
I see that too. It's like people, when they start collecting like this and that from different styles, it just kind of looks like it's a collection of things. But individually, I mean, like, all her tattoos look like they were nicely made.
They should all hit me up, all MMA fighters.
That was cool when I was an apprentice.
It is what it is. Sometimes it just is what it is.
Yeah.
It's wings.
With a cross in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't particularly like it, you know?
Yeah. I've never liked
Wings to fly.
I've never liked wings on the back.
Yeah, wings on the guy.
He's trying to fly away.
Fucking worst tattoos ever.
Yeah. Trying to fly away to Jesus.
That's cliche, you know, wings, cross, boring.
I don't think it's a good draw from the beginning.
Okay, so I'm looking at the first picture of the wings and I'm looking at the face and I'm like, I don't want to say anything because you look fucking scary.
I don't know that. I'm not a big fan of like the wings on the back. Like that's so old and.
I think you have to take extra care with people who are going to be seen from an audience from a distance and just really try to make it bold.
His tattoos are pretty badass.
These fools are all
Oh,
killers.
zebra print, okay.
UFC fighters and these tattoos, man. Like, what is all of this zebra stripe shit?
It looks like it's supposed to be like claw or tear marks, but it looks more like tiger stripes.
So the bad thing about tiger stripes is you can't tell the difference between tiger stripes and zebra stripes.
Don't do that. I don't know why. It just looks like your car was doing donuts and you made a bunch of marks on your body.
I think the chest area is like not doing justice for the fact that he went with a really good artist for the sleeves.
Yeah, the black work,
That one,
like
yeah.
Japanese, is nice.
Yeah. The other one, I think, is just a mix of something. He just started maybe with something, then tried to add.
You can't really see what's going on. Mind you, you can't see what's going on with mine either, so I can't really comment, but yeah, no structure.
The arm, I don't really know what's going on in it. There's another tiger on the arm looking at the tiger stripes.
Oh.
And he's just like admiring how beautiful they look on a person who isn't a tiger.
I don't know what happened. The other day I saw also a post in the UFC page to people to vote who have the best ink. And they post some of the most popular fighters. I never comment, but I commented, I need to comment that the best ink is not in those pictures, not in those people.
You know, I wish I could say I loved any of these people's work, you know. I don't know what it is. Pro athletes usually don't get a lot of great work. I know with, like, let's say a basketball team, often they'll end up with a tattooer on their tour bus, that kind of thing. Same thing happens with bands. You see these people who have the resources. Certainly there's going to be really good tattooers who would love to get them in their chair, but that's not what happens, you know. They end up getting inked by people who are convenient to them at the time because they just haven't been educated about what's out there. They haven't looked deep enough into it.